Welcome back to our channel. You know that old is gold, but these coins that are most valuable. You are lucky if you have one of these. Please watch complete video. Let's start this. We're diving deep into the 1993 D Mint Mark Washington quarter dollar and why one version of this coin is now valued at over $1.6 million in the current collector market. That's not a typo. $1.6 million for a coin that was once worth just 25 cents. Let's find out why this coin is so valuable, how to tell if you have it, and what steps you should take if you do. Stick around. This could change your life. The Washington quarter has been a staple of U.S. currency since 1932. The one we're focusing on today is from 1993, and specifically minted in Denver, which you can spot by the small d just below Washington's ponytail on the front of the coin. Over 645 million of these quarters were minted that year. So, how can one be worth over $1 million? The answer lies in rarity, condition, and minting errors. We'll cover all three. Let's break it down. The $1.6 million coin is not just any 1993 D quarter. It's an extremely rare variant that includes a double die error on both the obverse, especially around the word Liberty and United States of America. In coin collecting, this is known as a double die obverse/reverse, and they're incredibly rare. Combine that with a mint state grade, meaning it's basically untouched since minting, and you've got something special. In fact, the $1 million coin was graded MS-68 by PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, which is almost perfect. There may only be one or two in existence in that condition. Rarity plus perfection plus visible mint error equals sky-high value. Simple as that. Here's what to look for when going through your quarters. Look for 1993 on the front, a small D below Washington's ponytail. Sharp edges, clear text, no scratches. Errors. Look closely at the words Liberty, In God We Trust, and the eagle on the back. If the letters look doubled or shadowed, you may have a double die. Use a magnifying glass or even your smartphone's zoom camera to spot fine details. And if you think you've got something special, don't clean it. That can destroy the value. Next, I'll tell you what to do. So you found a 1993 D quarter with some oddities. What next? Get it authenticated. Send it to a certified coin grading company like PCGS or NGC. Don't sell to pawn shops or quick cash buyers before knowing its real value. Auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers can help you sell to high-end collectors. Join online forums or Facebook groups for coin collectors. Some experts there can help with initial evaluations. A verified coin with proper grading can fetch 10x to 1000x more than one sold casually. Now here's the kicker. One of these ultra-rare 1993 D quarters with a high grade and visible error sold for over $1.6 million at a private auction. Yes, someone paid more than $1 million for a 25-cent coin. The coin's value comes from grade rarity, MS-68, a strong mint error, and collector demand. These types of coins are like fine art or rare baseball cards. Their prices keep climbing. So go check your drawers, old jars, and inherited coin collections. That 1993 D quarter could be your ticket to 6 or even 7 figures. If you found this helpful, give it a like, subscribe for more coin value videos, and drop a comment if you think you might have a rare coin. Hit that bell so you don't miss our next video on coins worth thousands hiding in your change. Could a simple quarter from 1971 be worth $1.6 million? Sounds unbelievable, right? But there's a specific version of the 1971 D Washington quarter that's shocking collectors, and it might just be in your pocket or junk drawer. Let's start with the basics. The Washington quarter has been around since 1932, and most of us have seen thousands of them in our lifetimes. But the 1971 D quarter, minted in Denver, is now a major talking point among coin collectors. In normal condition, this coin is only worth 25 cents. But under certain rare conditions, it could be worth a fortune, up to $1.6 million. So what's the secret? Why would anyone pay millions for a quarter? Minting errors, condition, rarity. Let's break it down. Minting error examples. Double die obverse, doubling in the date or lettering, off-center strike, wrong metal planchet. This one's key. A few 1971 D quarters were accidentally struck on silver planchets, blanks intended for earlier silver coins. These were supposed to be long gone by 1971, making them incredibly rare mistakes. In recent years, one such error coin, a 1971 D quarter struck on a 90% silver planchet, was authenticated, graded in near-perfect condition, and sold for a mind-blowing $1.6 million. Collectors go wild over these wrong metal errors, especially when they're in mint state condition, with little to no wear. Here's how you can check your 1971 D quarter at home. Below the eagle's tail feathers on the reverse side, check the edge. Does it have a copper stripe? If not, it could be silver. Real silver quarters aren't magnetic. Silver quarters weigh about 6.25 grams. Regular ones weigh 5.67 grams. Doubling, off-centering, or strange metal colors. If anything looks suspicious, don't clean it. You could ruin its value. Here's what to do. Take clear, well-lit photos. Do not clean the coin. Get a professional grading from PCGS or NGC. Contact a reputable coin dealer or auction house. Be patient. This could change your life. Even if it's not worth millions, a rare error coin can still sell for hundreds or thousands of dollars. If you're 30, 50, or even 70, now is the perfect time to go through those old coin jars, inherited collections, or estate boxes. That junk quarter could be your retirement jackpot. Like this video if you found it helpful, and subscribe for more rare coin tips and hidden treasures. You never know what's sitting in your drawer until you check. What if I told you that one small coin sitting in your drawer could be worth over $1 million? That's right. A 1984 Washington quarter with the D mint mark has recently been valued at $1.5 million in the collector's market. You might have one in your change jar right now. Stick around as we break down how to spot this rare coin, what makes it so valuable, and how you can cash in. Let's start with the basics. The 1984 Washington quarter is part of the U.S. Mint's regular circulation series. If you look closely, you'll find a small D under the motto "In God We Trust." That stands for the Denver Mint. In 1984, over 546 million quarters were minted there. So what makes one of them worth $1.5 million? The answer lies in rare minting errors and coin grading quality. We'll explain exactly what to look for. Collectors and grading experts look for a few key things in $1 million quarter. Minting error. The rare 1984 D quarter that sold for a massive amount had a double die error on the obverse. That's the front side with George Washington. Look for doubling on the word Liberty. And the date, 1984. High-grade condition. Most coins from circulation are scratched and worn. But the valuable one was graded MS68, that's mint state, almost flawless. Very rare. Luster and strike. Collectors pay big money for coins with original luster and a strong, even strike.
No discoloration, no dents.
It's like finding a diamond among gravel. Most quarters are worth 25 cents. But if you find one with these traits, you could be holding a fortune. Let's talk money. The $1 million quarter was sold at a rare coin auction after expert grading and national exposure. That's how it reached the $1.5 million mark. Other 1984 D quarters with mild doubling or in lower mint states, like MS65 or MS66, can still be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Check for the D mint mark under "In God We Trust." Examine Liberty and 1984 for doubling. Inspect condition. Is it shiny, clean, and well-preserved? Use a magnifying glass or coin loop. Compare with online images or grading guides. Send your coin to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll verify if your coin is the real deal. Grading costs a small fee, but it could be the best investment you ever make. Online auction sites like eBay or Heritage Auctions coin dealers and numismatic shows collectors directly, through forums or social media, but remember, don't rush. The right buyer could offer way more than you expect. So there you have it. The 1984 D Washington quarter might just be your ticket to a six-figure payday or more. Check your drawers, old wallets, and coin jars. You never know what treasures you might find. We're talking about a very special coin, the 1997 D Washington quarter dollar with a mint mark that's caught the eyes of collectors and experts alike. Some of these coins are valued at an astonishing $1.5 million in today's market. Stick around, because if you've got one, or you're thinking about selling old coins, this info could literally change your life. So, first things first, what makes the 1997 D Washington quarter so special? Washington quarters have been a staple of U.S. currency since 1932. They feature George Washington on the front and a variety of designs on the back depending on the year and series. The D mint mark means the coin was minted in Denver. Most quarters from 1997 aren't worth much, usually just their face value or a bit more if they're in excellent condition. But there's something very rare about some 1997 D quarters that can push their value up, way up. So what exactly makes a 1997 D quarter worth up to $1.50 million? Mint errors like double dies, misprints, or off-center strikes, proof-like qualities that weren't meant to be in circulation coins in perfect condition, graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC as MS70 or PF70. Basically flawless. Some 1997 D quarters have been discovered with unique errors or are extremely rare proof coins. When a coin like this hits the market, serious collectors and investors pay top dollar because these coins are nearly impossible to find. Now, how can you tell if your 1997 D quarter is one of these rare gems? Look closely at the mint mark D. Is it clear, crisp, or doubled? Check the coin surface for unusual marks or doubling effects on Washington's face or the date. Examine the coin's edges. Is it perfectly round, or does it have off-center strikes? Condition matters. Coins with no scratches, dents, or discoloration have a much higher value. If you suspect your coin is rare, it's a good idea to get it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. This certification can confirm its authenticity and condition, which dramatically impacts its selling price. So, what's the current market value? Common 1997 D quarters are worth about 25 cents to a couple of dollars if in circulated condition. Error or proof-like versions can range from thousands of dollars up to $1.5 million for the rarest, highest graded pieces. Remember, a coin valued at $1.5 million is an extreme outlier. It means it's nearly flawless and incredibly rare. Get it professionally graded. This can increase its value exponentially. Research the buyer, use reputable coin dealers or auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers. Avoid quick sales. Rare coins deserve patience and proper appraisal. Consider insurance if you're keeping it for a while. Hey everyone! Welcome back to the channel where we dive deep into the fascinating world of rare coins and how much your old coins could be worth today. If you've got a stash of quarters sitting around, you might want to stick around because today we're talking about a very special coin, the 1987 D mint mark Washington quarter. Believe it or not, some of these coins are worth over $1 million. Yes, you heard that right, $1.3 million. So if you or your family have any old quarters, you need to hear this. First, let's start with some background. The Washington quarter has been a staple in American coinage since 1932. Most of us have used these coins countless times without a second thought. They're common and usually worth just 25 cents. But every now and then, there's a coin that stands out from the crowd, a rare mint error or a limited run that collectors scramble to get their hands on. In 1987, the U.S. Mint was producing Washington quarters in 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The D mint mark on a quarter means it was minted in Denver. Most 1987 Denver quarters are pretty standard, worth face value or maybe a bit more if they're in mint condition. But there's a particular variety of 1987 D mint mark quarters that's incredibly rare. Now, here's where it gets exciting. In 1987, some quarters were minted with what's called a mint mark error, specifically a D mint mark that's doubled or misplaced, making the coin highly sought after by collectors. Among these, one special 1987 D mint mark quarter is estimated to be worth as much as $1.3 million in today's market. Yes, that's not a typo, over $1 million for a quarter. Why so valuable? Comes down to rarity and condition. This coin is an extremely rare mint error variety known as a doubled mint mark quarter. Only a handful are known to exist. The D in Denver was stamped twice during the minting process, and this mistake makes it a one-of-a-kind treasure. For serious coin collectors, finding one of these is like hitting the jackpot. So how do you know if you have this rare quarter? Here's what you should look for. First, check the mint mark on the coin. The D should be doubled, meaning you'll see two overlapping or slightly separated Ds on the coin's face, just to the right of Washington's neck. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to examine the mint mark carefully. The coin should be in excellent condition, ideally uncirculated or with very little wear. These error coins are usually worth more if the details are sharp and clear. If you spot a doubled mint mark, don't try to clean or polish the coin. That can damage it and reduce its value. If you think you might have this coin, it's important to get it authenticated by a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. They can verify the mint mark error and grade the coin's condition, which is essential for determining its true market value. Now let's talk money. These rare 1987 D mint mark doubled mint error quarters have been valued at as much as $1.3 million by collectors and auction houses. The exact price depends on the coin's condition and the buyer's interest, but that figure gives you an idea of how valuable these can be. Don't rush to sell it. Take your time to get a professional appraisal. Use a reputable coin grading service to certify your coin. Look for experienced coin dealers or auction houses who specialize in rare coins. Get multiple opinions before finalizing any sale to make sure you're getting the best price. Selling a rare coin like this can be life-changing, so don't settle for less. This story isn't just about a coin. It's about what could be sitting in your drawer, attic, or safe. Maybe you found a box of old coins from your parents or grandparents and never gave them a second thought. Now might be the perfect time to take a closer look. Coins can hold incredible historical value and, in rare cases like the 1987 D mint mark quarter error, unbelievable financial value too. Whether you collect coins or are just curious, knowing what to look for can turn an ordinary quarter into a fortune. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe for more fascinating coin stories and selling tips. And if you think you might have a rare coin like the 1987 D mint mark quarter, comment below or reach out. I'd love to hear your stories and help guide you through the next steps. We're diving into something truly special, the 1998 P mint mark Washington quarter dollar. Believe it or not, some of these coins are worth over $1.6 million in today's market. So, if you or someone you know has one, you'll want to stick around for this. Now, you might be thinking, a quarter? Really? Yes, a quarter. But not just any quarter. This is a rare, collectible treasure. Let's break down why this specific 1998 P quarter is causing so much buzz. The history behind the 1998 P quarter. The Washington quarter has been a staple in American currency since 1932. But what makes the 1998 P so unique isn't just its design. It's about rarity, condition, and a particular minting mystery. In 1998, the Philadelphia Mint, designated by the P mint mark, produced millions of quarters for everyday use. However, a very small number of these quarters were struck with an incredibly rare error or in a special condition that makes them stand out from the rest. Collectors call this the holy grail of modern quarters. What makes the 1998 P quarter so valuable? So what exactly drives the value to over $1.6 million? There are three main reasons: rarity, condition, and collector demand. First, rarity. The 1998 P quarter you're looking for was either an ultra-low mintage error coin or a highly preserved specimen that escaped circulation completely. These coins are often found in perfect mint condition, meaning no scratches, no wear, just as it came off the press. Second, condition. Grading plays a huge role. Coins graded MS-70, mint state 70, by professional graders are flawless and extremely rare for this year. And third, collector demand. Coin enthusiasts and investors are always hunting for unique and valuable coins to add to their collections. The 1998 P quarter is a modern rarity that represents a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. How to identify your 1998 P quarter's value? Now, if you think you have one of these quarters, here's how you can check its potential value. Look for the P mint mark, located on the front near George Washington's neck. Check the coin's condition. No visible scratches, dings, or discoloration. It should shine with that original mint luster. Consult a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. Getting your coin graded can dramatically increase its market value. Selling your 1998 P quarter for maximum value. If you're considering selling, here are some tips to get the best price. Get your coin professionally appraised and graded. This certification assures buyers of the coin's authenticity and condition. Research the current market. Prices can fluctuate, so staying informed on auction results is key. Consider selling through reputable coin dealers or auction houses. They attract serious collectors who are willing to pay top dollar. And finally, be patient. The right buyer willing to pay a premium might take some time to find, but it's worth it. Real-life success stories. Let me share a quick story. A gentleman in his 60s recently discovered a 1998 P quarter in his old coin jar. After getting it graded, he was amazed when an auction house offered him over $1.5 million. This isn't just a fantasy. It happens. These stories are a reminder that your old coins could be worth far more than their face value. So, take a moment to examine your collection. You might just find your own treasure. Closing and call to action. We're diving into one of the most exciting and rare coins in American numismatics, the 1980 P Mint Mark Washington quarter dollar. Believe it or not, some of these coins are currently valued at a staggering $1.6 million. Yes, you heard that right, 1.6 million. So stick around because if you have one of these coins, you could be sitting on a gold mine. Let's get into it. Cut to close-up of Washington quarter images. The Washington quarter has been a staple of American coinage since 1932. Designed to honor George Washington on the 200th anniversary of his birth, the quarter has seen many changes over the decades. By 1980, the design was well established. The familiar profile of Washington on the obverse and the eagle on the reverse. The P Mint mark indicates the coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, one of the United States Mint's oldest and most prolific production facilities. But what makes the 1980 P Washington quarter stand out? Let's find out. Show photos of typical quarters, then zoom in on specific details in typical circumstances. A 1980 Washington quarter isn't particularly rare, millions were minted, and their face value is just 25 cents. But here's where it gets interesting. Certain 1980 P quarters with a mint mark error or variety error have been discovered, and these are incredibly rare. Specifically, collectors have identified an error variety where the P mint mark appears doubled or misplaced. Errors like these can make a coin exceptionally valuable, especially if the coin is in pristine condition. Host shifts to more serious tone, showing auction footage or coin grading imagery. Now you might be wondering, how does a coin that's usually worth just a few dollars jump all the way to $1 million valuation? The answer lies in rarity and collector demand. One particular 1980 P Washington quarter with an unusual mint mark error has been authenticated and graded by top grading services as near perfect, with a unique error that has only a handful of confirmed examples worldwide. In fact, one of these coins recently sold in an exclusive auction for $1.6 million. This sale sent shockwaves through the coin collecting community and made headlines in numismatic circles. Show close-ups and guides for viewers. Alright, so how do you know if your 1980 P quarter could be worth a fortune? First, examine the mint mark on the coin closely. It's located just to the right of Washington's ponytail on the obverse side. Look for signs of doubling. Does the P look like it's stamped twice or blurry? Next, check the coin's overall condition. Coins with little wear, no scratches, and sharp details are the most valuable. If you're unsure, you can take your coin to a professional coin dealer or a grading service like PCGS or NGC for expert evaluation. And remember, even a small detail like a misplaced mint mark or an unusual die crack can add tremendous value. Host becomes encouraging, practical. If you believe you might have one of these rare coins, here's what you should do next. Don't clean the coin. Cleaning can reduce its value drastically. Get the coin professionally graded. This not only authenticates the coin but can greatly increase its market value. Research reputable coin dealers and auction houses. Selling through a trusted channel will help you get the best price. Consider holding on to the coin if you're not in a hurry. The market for rare coins is strong and growing, meaning your coin could increase in value over time. Remember, it's not just about the money, it's about preserving a piece of history. Host broadens the scope for viewers with other old coins finally. If you're interested in coin collecting or selling, here are some quick tips. Always keep coins in protective holders. Store them in a cool, dry place to avoid corrosion. Educate yourself on rare coins and market trends, and most importantly, have fun with your collection. Some of the most valuable coins started as casual finds in a drawer or a jar. Equals host smiles warmly. So, do you have a 1980 Washington quarter in your collection? Maybe one with a mint mark error? If so, it might just be worth a small fortune. Possibly even $1.6 million. If you want help identifying or selling your coins, let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more treasure hunting tips and coin market updates. Hello, coin collectors and treasure hunters. Have you ever wondered if that old quarter in your drawer might be worth more than just 25 cents? Well, today, I'm going to reveal a hidden gem in the world of US coins, the 1992 Mint Mark Washington quarter dollar. Believe it or not, this coin could be worth as much as $1.5 million right now. Yes, you heard that correctly. $1.5 million. So if you're thinking about selling your old coins, this video is a must-watch. The 1992 Washington quarter is one of the most fascinating coins minted in recent decades. At first glance, it looks just like any other quarter. But collectors and experts know there's something extraordinary about this particular coin. Before we dive into why this coin is so valuable, let's break down some basics for those who might not be familiar. The Washington quarter has been around since 1932, originally minted to honor George Washington's 200th birthday. Over the years, there have been many special editions, mint marks, and rare errors that have driven some coins' values sky high. The P Mint mark stands for the Philadelphia Mint, one of the oldest U.S. mints. In 1992, most quarters were minted with a P mark, but only a very few of these quarters have a unique feature that makes them incredibly rare and extremely valuable. So, what makes the 1992 Washington quarter so valuable? It's a combination of rarity, a very limited number of proof coins released, and an exceptional error known as the Mint Mark double die. A double die error means the coin's design, specifically the P Mint Mark, was stamped twice during production, causing a doubling effect visible to the naked eye or under magnification. These errors are rare and highly sought after by collectors. Coins with double die errors, especially from recent decades, are extremely valuable because they are so scarce. The 1992 quarter with this error is one of the most famous examples, fetching prices up to $1.5 million in private sales. Now, you might be wondering, how do you know if your quarter has this double die error? The good news is, it's easier than you think to check. Look closely at the P Mint mark on the coin's front side. Is there a shadow or doubling effect? If yes, your coin could be incredibly valuable. Here's a quick 3-step guide to check your coin. Grab a magnifying glass or use your phone's zoom feature. Focus on the P Mint mark near Washington's neck. Look for any doubling, like a shadow or extra outline. If you see doubling, congratulations. You could be holding a coin worth thousands, or even up to $1.5 million. But remember, not every 1992 quarter is this rare. There are millions of regular quarters without the error. Also, coin condition matters. The better the condition, the higher the value. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with higher numbers indicating a more pristine coin. If your coin is in near mint or uncirculated condition, that boosts its market price significantly. If you think you might have a valuable 1992 quarter, don't rush to sell it without expert advice. Get it authenticated and graded by a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC to ensure you get the best price. When it's time to sell, here are some tips. Avoid selling to random buyers who offer quick cash. Use reputable auction houses or certified dealers. Have your coin appraised to understand its true value. Consider selling at a coin show or online through trusted platforms. So, if you're sitting on a box of old coins, especially quarters from the early 90s, it's definitely worth checking for this rare 1992 Mint Mark Washington quarter error. It might just change your life. Have you found any rare coins in your collection? Drop a comment below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more insider tips on coin collecting and selling. Hey everyone! Welcome back to the channel where we dive into the fascinating world of rare coins and collectibles that could be sitting right in your attic or drawer. If you're between 30 and 70 years old and have some old coins lying around, you're going to want to stick with me today. Today, we're focusing on a very special coin, the 1966 no-mint mark Washington quarter dollar. Believe it or not, one of these coins recently sold for a jaw-dropping $1.4 million. That's right, over $1 million for a quarter. So what makes this coin so valuable? Let's find out. First, a quick refresher for those who aren't coin experts. The Washington quarter has been a staple in U.S. coinage since 1932. Typically, quarters minted after 1964 have a mint mark, a small letter indicating where the coin was made, D for Denver or S for San Francisco. But the 1966 Washington quarter is unique because it has no mint mark at all. Why? Because in 1965, the U.S. Mint stopped using mint marks for a few years to discourage coin collectors from hoarding coins during a national coin shortage. Now, you might be wondering, these coins were made in the millions, so why is this particular quarter so valuable? The answer lies in a very rare error. The no-mint mark 1966 Washington quarter is extremely scarce in high-grade condition. Most circulated coins show heavy wear, but the ultra-premium, uncirculated examples with perfect surfaces are incredibly rare. Recently, one of these high-grade coins sold at auction for $1.4 million, making it one of the most valuable quarters in the world. How to identify a 1966 no-mint mark Washington quarter? If you want to check your own quarters, here's what you need to know. It should clearly say 1966. Check the area just below the eagle on the back. If there's no D or S, that means it's a no-mint mark coin. Condition is key. Coins with minimal scratches, full luster, and sharp details are worth more. Now, if you've got a 1966 no-mint mark quarter and it's in great shape, here are some tips before you sell. Get it professionally graded. Send your coin to a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC. They will verify its authenticity and condition, which can significantly increase its value. Find a trustworthy buyer. Look for experienced coin dealers or auction houses specializing in rare coins. Avoid quick cash offers that undervalue your coin. Do your research. Check recent auction prices online to know what similar coins have sold for. This will give you leverage in negotiations. Other valuable quarter coins you might have. If you're interested in old quarters, here are some other valuable types to watch out for. Could your pocket change be worth thousands? So, could your pocket change be worth a fortune? If you have a 1966 no-mint mark Washington quarter in excellent condition, the answer might just be yes. Before you spend or throw away your old coins, take a moment to examine them closely. That little quarter could be hiding a $1 million story. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button, subscribe for more coin secrets, and share this with anyone who loves old coins or might have valuable change stashed away. Got questions about your coins? Drop a comment below or send a photo. I'm here to help. We're diving deep into one of the most fascinating and valuable coins in American numismatics, the 1988 D-Mint mark Washington quarter dollar. Believe it or not, some of these coins can be worth as much as $1.6 million. So, if you or a loved one has this coin, stick around because you'll want to know how to identify it, why it's so valuable, and how you can cash in on your treasure. At first glance, the 1988 D Washington quarter looks like any other quarter you might have in your pocket. It's a standard 25-cent piece minted in Denver, featuring George Washington on the front and an eagle on the back. But what makes some of these quarters so incredibly valuable is a rare minting error that collectors go crazy for. So, what exactly is the 1988 D Washington quarter error that can make your coin worth millions? It's all about the D mint mark, the small letter that shows it was minted in Denver. Some of these quarters were struck with a double die error, meaning the mint mark or other details appear doubled, causing a striking rarity. A double die error happens during the coin production process when the die itself has a doubling of the design. This results in duplicated or shadowed images on the coin. Sometimes you'll see a doubled D mint mark or doubled letters and numbers on the coin's face or back. For the 1988 D quarter, this error is extremely rare, which is why collectors are willing to pay up to $1.6 million for authentic specimens. Now, you're probably wondering, how can I tell if my 1988 D quarter has this error? Let's break down the key details to look for. First, check the D mint mark on the front of the coin, located to the right of George Washington's neck. If you see a clear doubling or a shadow effect, that's your first clue. Second, look at the lettering on the coin's face, especially the word Liberty and the date 1988. Doubling here, especially if crisp and clear, indicates a potential double die. Important. Not all doubling means your coin is valuable. Minor doubling, called machine doubling, is common and not valuable. The valuable type is known as true double die and is much rarer. If you spot possible doubling, it's best to get your coin authenticated by a professional grading service. Here are the top grading companies you should consider: PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service; NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation; ANAX, American Numismatic Association Certification Service. Getting your coin graded not only verifies its authenticity but also drastically increases its market value when you decide to sell. Remember, a genuine 1988 D double die quarter graded highly can be worth millions. Now let's talk about the market. How much can you actually expect to get for a coin like this? The current market value for a genuine, high-grade 1988 D double die Washington quarter can reach up to $1.6 million. Yes, that's right. This isn't just hype. We've seen rare coins like this sell at auctions for astronomical amounts. In recent years, auctions and private sales have pushed the prices of these rare quarters into the seven-figure range. It's a perfect example of how a seemingly ordinary coin can turn into an incredible investment. If you think you have one of these coins, what should you do next? Here are my top tips. Do not clean your coin. Cleaning can reduce its value. Get it professionally graded by one of the top companies I mentioned. Research reputable coin dealers or auction houses with experience in rare coins. Consider getting multiple appraisals before selling to ensure you get the best price. And lastly, if you want my advice, hold on to the coin until you find the right buyer who understands its value. Millions are at stake, so don't rush the process. That's it for today's deep dive into the incredible 1988 D Mint Mark Washington $quarter coin. If you enjoyed this video and want more tips on how to unlock hidden treasures in your coin collection, make sure to hit that subscribe button, like, and ring the notification bell so you never miss an update. Got questions about your coins? Drop them in the comments below. I love hearing from you.